Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Teri holding your space, and this is a little meditation and talk that I wanted to do about the heart chakra. I feel like a lot of us are dealing with things that we need to surrender, and I know I am. And for many of the readings that I've done lately, whether they're on YouTube or private readings, this comes up again and again. And it's old grief. It might be grief over a situation, a work situation, or a situation as a child. And it might also be grief over a loved one. My heart goes out to everybody here. I feel like we're revisiting these things for a reason because it's time to let go of some of that pain in your pain body. They're really talking about using your senses with it when it comes in and recognizing it. Um, these tears that we have still that we haven't released, that perhaps they're because society told us, it's time, you're done, you don't have to grieve over that anymore. Or perhaps it's something that we've held on to because it hurts so bad, we couldn't go deep enough to let it go. And it could be ancestral pain too. So there's certainly a lot of that. I mean, how many of us had parents that were in wars or loved ones that were in wars, or perhaps you were in a war? And that can be a war on the street. It can be a war in Afghanistan or Germany, Ukraine, right? There's so much going on. So I want you to know that you're never alone. That's number one, what the angels come in saying. And also, let your heart, God, who was the bleeding heart? Was that Mary? I think it was. But there's this beautiful heart space that they're showing us. And for each one of these people that we grieve for on the other side, we receive this beautiful stone, whether it's a diamond or a rose quartz or ruby or an emerald or sapphire. Just all sorts of beautiful, maybe it's a tiger's eye, right? Strength. Maybe it's turquoise, protection. Just watch what it is, because each time one of your loved ones goes to the other side, they bring you a new strength. They bring you a gift. So it's a beautiful thing that they're showing me. Our hearts are shining. As soon as we can get rid of all this, so go into your pain body. And some of you may not need to relive the exact death or what happened that was so sad, but if you can, go in and just ask yourself, turn it to curiosity. Where do I feel this? Is the pain in my heart space? Is it in my throat chakra? Did I have things left unsaid? Or do I still need to forgive this person or myself for a situation that happened? And that can be somebody that's here on this planet still. I certainly have some. Is it intuition that's telling you that there might be something happening or coming up, a fear that you have? Maybe it's something about being frightened to ascend and leave other loved ones behind. And go into your all your chakras with that. You know, your solar plexus. What do you know about it? What do you sense? Also, is it something from a previous life? That golden light, that other brain in your solar plexus. Just shine some light on it. And then using your senses, your sacral chakra. So, where do you feel that? Being creative about it. Perhaps it was something that happened, I don't know, something that happened and had to do with abuse, somehow sexual abuse, or even abuse in the workplace, perhaps, comes to mind. Perhaps you were unfairly treated. Now, going into your root chakra, that fight or flight response, how you reacted at that time. Are you holding on to that? Like, was it a really painful time in your life? I know when my husband died, it was a lot of trauma. And it's hard for me to let that go sometimes. Just talking about it, I can feel my root chakra going into that. freeze motive, like we have fight or flight. And we don't often talk about freeze and cope, which is a typical female expression. And you don't have to be a female to feel it, but that divine feminine energy, sometimes we do things during this time, like we might run a business that we've never run before by ourselves. That's what I did. And I have no idea how I knew how to do that, but it came and I coped. So a lot of us go into that cope mode and we might stay there for years or months. And it's an interesting place to go to. It's like the universe is kind of helping us through everything and making it happen, but it can't be maintained, not without giving up and sapping all your strength. So just recognizing where things are coming from. And if you think I'm talking to myself about this, yeah, me too. So a lot of us with all those things, getting rid of old conversations. If somebody hurt somebody you loved, are you still hanging on to that? Especially if it's one of your children. So just recognizing it and realizing it's not helping your child, certainly. And it's certainly not helping that other person, or that other person doesn't care about it, never did, probably. So just release. And don't fight it, write a story, change the story. What happened? And when you look at it, it's like, it doesn't really matter. That person's no longer involved in that. You're the only one that's involved in that situation right now, because you're holding that energy in your solar plexus and in your heart and perhaps in your root chakra. So surrender. And surrendering doesn't mean that you forgive. It just means that you're not going to hold space for that anger or that grief anymore, that pain. You're going to hold space for love. So, and accept that shield, that metal that you're going to get, whether it's like we talked about, a diamond or a ruby, perhaps it's turquoise or just a piece of silver. I found this beautiful piece of silver, and it's got a little pearl on it, and it hits right at my high heart chakra. So we're kind of working with this right now, and I talk about it a lot on the channel. Your high heart chakra is the space between your heart chakra and your throat chakra. And when you activate it, you're connecting to your divinity, your universal mind, perhaps, or your universal ananda, joy and wonder. And to connect to that, we have to let go of the old stuff. So just recognize it, say bye-bye, watch it float by. Whatever you can do. And there's some good soul questions to ask when you go into your heart space and your high heart space. What part of you died when this person passed? Was it, and we work so much with our identity and ego when we're in this lifetime, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But perhaps you were somebody's wife and that identity died. Perhaps you were somebody's daughter and that identity died. We know that we are still their wives and their daughters and their mothers and brothers and sisters. But perhaps they're not here. And ego and the physical form no longer has that connection, though we do have it. We take it with us when they leave. We still have that cord of love. So, what part of you died? Who are you now? That's a long one. We're really torn. We're very tribal, right? And like, what's our tribe? Is it usually your siblings and your parents? And then as you get older, you might have kids or close friends around you. So just watching who that is. And that's your tribe. And you have a certain form in that tribe. Whether you're the one that rings the bell and says, I think there's danger ahead. Perhaps you're the strong, silent one or the caregiver. There's so many of us that do so many things, right? So just watch, who are you now? Um, what do you want? Like, that's a huge soul question. What do you want? What do you want to be? What do you want in this lifetime? What do you want in the afterlife? So, big, deep question. And it can change moment to moment. It never has to be the exact right thing. Don't judge yourself for what you want, right? If you want $80 million, it's okay to want that, for the good of all concerned, right? So just always have that caveat, for the most beneficial outcome, for the good of all concerned, um, something similar. What gifts have you been given? So when somebody dies, just like that jewel that we get in our heart, um, we get something in return. So just recognizing that they are on the other side and they are working for you there. So boy, if they worked for you in this lifetime when they were here on the planet, or particularly if they didn't, um, there's going to be something special that they give you. And so use that. Perhaps it's somebody that was good with finances, somebody that was good with healing, somebody that could be good with one of your children or one of your best friends that's going through a hard time. Or show me the way. Maybe they were good at their job. Show me the way to a new position. So just watching that. And always give them jobs on the other side because they're really good at it. Also, oftentimes it can be from a previous lifetime. So look at that, maybe, or it can also be epigenetics. Something perhaps your tribe was in the went through the what was it? The Journey of Tears. It's not called the Journey of Tears, but the March of Tears. So just recognizing the pain of that. Perhaps it was the Holocaust. I have ancestors in the Holocaust. Watching that pain. That's a pain body that we can easily attach to. All of those are. So just watching it, and perhaps, it was something about, 5 generations back, someone was taken advantage of physically or murdered. There's all sorts of different things in this lifetime that can happen, right, with our families. And that does affect us physically, with our fight or flight response and our parasympathetic, blah, I can't pronounce that. Your vagal nerve. Okay. So, anyway, going into that and watching it. So, what is going on with that? The gifts that you're given. So, remember that we can ask for boons from these people. And they're saying lift off. That's the biggest gift that we're being given. So, they're showing me a heart that's filled with these beautiful stones, these beautiful gifts of gems and sparkles and pearls. And then they're showing me wings all around your heart now. So that's what they want us to do right now. Lift off, get ready to fly. This new energy is coming in. And if you're feeling down about something or you're reliving an old wound, you are not alone. There are many of us here that are going through that, and there's a reason for it, to revisit these times so that we can let them go and release them. So we'll do a short meditation now for that. If you'd like, please stay. So I teach meditation. I teach silent meditation, which is kind of like TM. It's Deepak Chopra's meditations. And I also teach other types of meditations, and I give lots of guided meditations because I feel like sometimes they're easy to follow and easier for many people, especially when your mind might wander. So we'll do a guided meditation here in your heart space. So take 3 deep breaths Inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling through the mouth. Push it out all the way down to your sits bones. Inhaling again through the nostrils and exhaling through the mouth. You might even see steam coming out of your ears on that exhale. Letting go of old pain and old anger, old grudges. Inhaling again, all the way up to your crown chakra, filling your body with oxygen, feeling your body relax. And as you exhale this time, feel your shoulders as they slide down your back, letting go of everything that you've been carrying, thinking you're the only one that can do it and that you're alone. Notice as your angels come in. 33 trillion angels today, working with one of our favorite shamans, Reverend Saul. Just recognizing your room filled with angels, perhaps your home, angels all around, walls of angels, walls of wings. Ascended Master is coming in. Kuan Yin, Durga Ma, Our Lady, the Divine Feminine. And noticing as she comes in, the energy of Gaia today, how she fills us with wonder, stabilizes us, just feeling her circadian rhythm. Now calling in the Divine Masculine, Father Sky, filling him as he comes in with clarity, power, strength, a fierce protection, but something that we can see clearly. Clarity to speak and say what we want to say and hear what we need to hear. Watching that, because men. And they're discussing what we say to ourselves here. So love, inner love into that. Speaking to ourselves with love in our hearts. Caring what we say to ourselves, what we hear ourselves say. Now bringing white light all around the planet and through us. Feel it. Feel the ancestors as they come in, only those of the highest vibration from this lifetime and others. When we do that, let's feel the ancestors of the planet. Feel them moving inside the planet. Water beings, rock beings, trees. Feeling their energy. And now let's experience the energy of the stardust. Feeling the gleam, the sparkles. See it interconnecting with the fae on the planet. The sparkles in the forests, the sparkles of the butterflies. Allowing that wonder as a child to creep in. Now let's go into our heart space here. You can go into your heart chakra and your high heart chakra. Feeling that light up, glow. What does it look like? Just watch it. And it'll change minute to minute, second to second, perhaps year to year. What does your heart look like today? Is it covered in diamonds? Are there some thorns that we need to pull out? That's okay. If we see it, it's important. Recognize it. See your angels around you, helping you with this. Perhaps a mom, an auntie, a father, grandpa, Father Sky. Now noticing as we do this, who are we? Ask yourself, who am I? What am I in this space and love? Am I light? Am I this one, an entity? Or am I the universe? What is my purpose? What is your purpose? Why are you here? Your dharma. What is it when you do it? It makes you have joy and wonder in your heart. It can be dancing. It can be being with friends, community. It can be learning, spiritual learning, or art, science. Just watch it. It probably changes every minute too, doesn't it? What you want. And feel it when you try different things on in your heart space. You might think, am I a gardener? That connection to nature. Am I a dancer? Joy and wonder. And then, what am I thankful for? Raising your vibration, always with gratitude. Perhaps we're grateful for the love we had with someone that's passed. Grateful for something physical, a new pair of shoes, your home, roses. Try them on. That's how we find out what really matters to us, don't we? Am I grateful for this friendship, community here? Always. Breathe into that, and as you exhale, see your heart begin to grow. See it shine with gifts. Gifts from your loved ones that have passed. Diamond light, blue light, golden light. Gifts from your archetypes. Mary, Yeshua, Durga, Kuan Yin, Shiva, Abraham. Just watching. Now, when you're here in this space, surrounded in light, shining with your gifts, we're going to go in a little bit further with it. What does it look like? We're going to find a gift for you today, one of your gifts. What are you drawn to do? Is it Akashic record reading? Is it cards? Is it healing? Is it energy work? What would you want to do? Your greatest joy that you'd have. And often, the greatest gift you can give the universe is just shining your light. Letting your heart shine with all the diamonds around it. The turquoise, the pearls, the golden light of Yeshua. Letting it shine. Now, recognizing that we are never alone. Our rooms are filled with angels and archetypes, ancestors, loved ones, and your tribe here on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you see this today. You're never alone. Coming back. But first, getting a hug from someone special, a loved one on the other side. Notice where you feel it. I always feel my mom in the small of my back, patting my back. I feel my dad around my shoulders. And my husband likes to hug me from behind. Just feeling that. Knowing who it is. Perhaps if you're feeling it around your neck, it's someone who gave you something special, a gift, a necklace, or a tie, a hat, another gift. Bringing your awareness back to your physical form. Seeing your body just the way it is, just fine. Seeing yourself energized, seeing your heart glowing, your throat chakra clear speaking, clear hearing, your third eye, seeing things clearly, synchronicities, your crown chakra flowing. Maybe somebody's patting you on the head there. Now aligning your energies, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your senses, and your solar plexus. Connecting the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies. And then noticing your high heart again. Seeing you shining today, all your light. Smiling at yourself in the mirror today. Smiling at somebody on the street or at the grocery. That's all you needed. All right. Breathing in and out. Completely back in the physical. So we'll work on this some more this week in meditations on my channel, holding your space. And if anybody needs to talk about anything or would like a reading, feel free to contact me at Teri, holding your space. Teri holding your space at gmail.com. It's all in the description. So much love to all of you. Have a great Sunday and a great week. Bye-bye.